probably thinking, what's the harm in flirting with a married woman, or if she's interested in me, why not give it a shot? Let me tell you, my friend, it's a recipe for disaster. You'll end up losing your reputation, your friendships, and possibly even your job. Not to mention the emotional trauma you'll inflict on her, her husband, and their family. But, if you're still curious about how to approach a married woman interested in you, I'll give you the lowdown. Just remember, you've been warned. Before we dive into the how-to, let's talk about the risks involved. When you pursue a married woman, you're not just risking your own relationships and reputation, you're also potentially destroying someone else's family. Think about the husband, the kids, the in-laws, they'll all be affected by your actions. And let's not forget about the legal implications. Depending on the state you live in, you could be facing adultery charges, fines, or even jail time. Despite the risks, some married women do cheat. According to a survey by the National Opinion Research Center, 14% of women admit to having an affair while married. But why? Sometimes, it's about seeking emotional validation or feeling unfulfilled in their current relationship. Other times, it's about revenge or a desire for excitement and adventure. Whatever the reason, it's essential to understand that a married woman's interest in you is often a symptom of deeper issues in her marriage or personal life. Assuming you still want to pursue a married woman interested in you, here are some tips to keep in mind. Wrong way number 1. Don't be a homewrecker. Pursuing a married woman for selfish reasons is a recipe for disaster. If you're only looking for a thrill or a way to boost your ego, you're putting yourself above the well-being of others. This approach is selfish, hurtful, and potentially devastating for the people involved. You'll be playing with fire, and the consequences can be severe. Think about it, a married woman is already committed to someone else, and her family is likely to be affected by your actions. Her husband, children, and even friends may be hurt by your pursuit of her. Moreover, your own reputation will suffer if word gets out about your affair with a married woman. By pursuing a married woman for selfish reasons, you're also putting yourself at risk of emotional turmoil. You may end up getting hurt, or worse, becoming embroiled in a toxic situation that's hard to escape. It's essential to prioritize empathy, respect, and integrity in your relationships. Don't be a homewrecker, it's not worth the damage it can cause. Wrong way number 2, don't play games. Playing games with a married woman's emotions is a toxic and harmful approach. Trying to manipulate or guilt trip her into leaving her husband or pursuing a relationship with you is a recipe for disaster. This type of behavior is not only unethical but also damaging to all parties involved. Manipulation can take many forms, such as playing on her emotions, making her feel guilty or responsible for your feelings, or using passive-aggressive tactics to get her to do what you want. Guilt tripping can involve making her feel obligated to reciprocate your feelings or making her feel bad about her current relationship. This approach will only lead to drama, hurt feelings, and potentially even physical harm. It can also damage your own reputation and relationships with others. Moreover, it's essential to respect a married woman's autonomy and decision-making capacity. She has the right to make her own choices, and it's not your place to try to control or influence her decisions. Don't play games, it's not worth the harm it can cause. Right way number 1, be respectful. When a married woman shows interest in you, it's essential to be respectful of her boundaries and her marriage. This means not pressuring her into doing something she's not comfortable with, whether that's meeting in private, exchanging flirtatious messages, or pursuing a physical relationship. Respect her wishes and don't push her to cross any boundaries that make her uncomfortable. Moreover, never try to convince her to leave her husband or abandon her marriage. This is not only disrespectful to her commitment but also to her husband and any children they may have together. It's crucial to remember that she is already committed to someone else, and it's not your place to try to disrupt that. By being respectful, you demonstrate that you value her autonomy and her relationships. You also show that you're not willing to engage in harmful or manipulative behavior to get what you want. This approach may not lead to a romantic relationship, but it will earn you respect and maintain a positive connection with her. Right way number 2, communicate openly. When considering a relationship with a married woman, open and honest communication is essential. This means being transparent about your intentions, feelings, and expectations from the start. Don't assume you know what she wants or needs. Instead, have an open and honest conversation about your desires and boundaries. Be clear about your motivations. Are you looking for a casual fling or something more serious? Are you willing to wait for her to resolve her marital issues, or do you expect her to leave her husband immediately? Communicate your expectations and listen to hers, ensuring you're both on the same page. This open communication helps prevent misunderstandings and ensures you're not leading each other on. It also shows that you respect her autonomy and are willing to prioritize her feelings and well-being. By being honest and transparent, you can build trust and establish a foundation for a healthy and respectful relationship. Remember, open communication is key to navigating this complex situation. Right way number 3, prioritize her well-being. When considering a relationship with a married woman, it's crucial to prioritize her well-being above all else. This means putting her emotional and mental health first, even if it means not pursuing a romantic relationship with her. If she's unhappy in her marriage, encourage her to seek counseling or therapy to work through her issues. This approach shows that you care about her overall well-being, not just your own desires. By supporting her in addressing her marital problems, you're helping her take responsibility for her own happiness and growth. This can lead to a more empowered and fulfilled individual, regardless of the outcome of your relationship. Prioritizing her well-being also means being patient and understanding. Avoid putting pressure on her to make a decision or take a specific action. Instead, offer a listening ear and a supportive presence, allowing her to navigate her situation at her own pace. By doing so, you'll build trust and demonstrate that you're a caring and empathetic person. The ethical dilemma. Approaching a married woman interested in you raises several ethical dilemmas. Are you doing it out of genuine interest, or is it just a thrill-seeking adventure? Are you willing to risk hurting innocent people, including her husband and children? Ultimately, the decision is yours. But before you make a move, ask yourself, is it worth the risk? Approaching a married woman interested in you is a complex and risky situation. While it may seem exciting or flattering, it's essential to remember the potential consequences of your actions. Before pursuing a relationship, consider the risks, the ethics, and the potential harm you could cause. If you do decide to pursue a married woman, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, and prioritize her well-being above all else.